Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Only One United. Do I need to say it? UWCL! Yes, yes, yes. So happy, so happy. I think I've celebrated the result. I've celebrated the result of like Liverpool versus City equally passionately as I've celebrated our result, our 3-0 win. Uh, I cannot, uh, you know, translate how I'm feeling right now into this stream, into small words, into an adjective, because it's been 3 years of hurt. We've always come close and we've always missed out somehow. So this is a little emotional, honestly, but yeah, I'll try not to cry. I'll try not to cry. Um, so welcome back, guys. 3-0 win, a good result, a clean sheet, and above that, we are cementing our place into the top three. We are cementing our chances of getting into the UWCL. Uh, Obviously, the title talks are getting heavier. People are talking more about United going for the title, but I'm not disregarding it. But as of now, I just want to focus on today's results, today's news. It's been fantastic, guys. It's been so good. And I was watching I wasn't watching the full game, the City versus Liverpool game, but I started watching in the injury time. There were 9 minutes of added time, and I was like, this is going to feel like 9 days, and it was actually very long. The game went on till 100 minutes, and I was on the verge of pleading to the referee by booking a ticket and saying, please, 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 please stop, please blow the whistle, because obviously, guys, like after a while it gets to your head and it's like, why isn't the referee stopping? So yeah, I actually wanted to talk about something important. It's our massive GD, basically, and it's our massive GD, and I feel that we have a GD of plus 42, and that's fantastic. We've scored 52 or 53 times. We've only conceded 11 goals. So that really tells you how far we've come. To Throughout the season, most of us have been saying that United need to focus on the goal difference as well. Uh, Wait, I was just checking if my stream is working or not. It is working. Yeah, so that was the background noise. I didn't check if the audio was working or not, but yes, the GD is a very important thing when it comes to WSL, because you know there are times when you will be equal on points, when two teams will be equal on points, and that's when it comes down to the GD. And I'm happy that we have a massive GD. I think we have the best GD out of everyone, and I don't know. I keep on coming back to the UWCL news. I promise myself that I'll stick to the match reaction, but it's special, guys. It's special, and it's special for everyone, be it a new fan, be it an OG fan who's been there since day one, because we've seen as a club how the owners have treated us, how Glazers have invested into the team, into the women's team even. The women's team have often been the afterthought, no matter how many times people have talked about it. But I think if we are able to come this far into the season and still be in the title race, still be in a FA Cup final, and getting into the UWCL. Obviously, it's not official yet, but we've come so far. We've made huge strides, and I'm quite happy. And Vishesh is asking, so we still want to sack the manager. Vishesh, I'll come back to you when you start watching the women's games and not just come out here and do reactionary comments. Vishesh is a friend, actually. And Vicky says, Arsenal and Chelsea have a lot to do before we next play in the league. I think we play Chelsea in the FA Cup final, and after that we play City in the league, and after that we'll play Liverpool in the league. And Arsenal have four games left, and Chelsea have 5 games left. So obviously, like Vicky said, there's a lot to do. They like it's the title is now Chelsea's to lose, basically. That's what I feel. It's Chelsea's to lose, and obviously, like right now, if we look at the table, we are still top of the table, but Chelsea do have 5 games in hand, and we need one draw from them. One draw, 4 wins, and we win our remaining games. I think we'll be level on points, but with a much higher goal difference. Uh, I think after we are level on points, goal difference will be considered, but I'm a little afraid of the rules because sometimes they'll consider the head-to-head record, and the head-to-head record with Chelsea isn't very good. So I'm a little concerned about that as well. But as whatever I know, I think it comes down to the goal difference. But yeah, this is the situation right now with the table. Obviously, now that UWCL is somewhat secure, obviously it's not official yet because if City do win their remaining games, and United do lose their remaining games, I think they'll be level on points. But United having an advantage of a plus 17 goal difference upon City, I don't think City will score 17, 18 goals in 2 games. So that's why we all have been celebrating. But now coming back to today's game, Mary Earps, fantastic. I just wanted to start the stream by saying we are so lucky to have the best goalkeeper in the world in our team, and best goalkeeper at Manchester United. I've always said that Mary Earps is the best goalkeeper at the club because of the way she's developed over the 2 3 years that she's been here. I think not 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, 4 years she's been here, and today proved why Mary Earps got that FIFA Best Women's Goalkeeper award, because she made those back-to-back saves, and I think that was very crucial. That was a point where Millie Turner and Maya Letizia weren't able to, clear the ball, weren't able to reach the ball on time, and that's where Mary Earps was like, "It's okay. I'm here. I'm right here." And I think when you have a goalkeeper like Mary Earps who's quite proactive, who doesn't, throughout the game, I didn't think Spurs tested Earps enough, but still she was on her toes and she was ready to go save the attempts, and that's what she did. And that somehow reminded me of those saves that David De Gea made against Arsenal, the record where he made 14 saves, the one where Jesse Lingard danced on the Emirates pitch. Yeah, that game, because I remember he made two back-to-back saves. I think one was Lacazette and one was Alexis Sanchez. So that those two saves today from Earps reminded me of that game. And yeah, I think Mary Earps is going to be the number one goalkeeper in the World Cup. Not only for England, obviously she's the number one goalkeeper for England, but in the World Cup as well. And we saw a clip today from Ellie Roebuck where I don't know whether she got a yellow card or not, but that was that shouldn't be happening when you are so senior and you're so experienced. So I just wanted to add that little anecdote as a friendly banter to our rivals who we'll face next in the league, the Manchester Derby. Yeah, we've talked about Earps, fantastic keeper, but it's time to talk about one particular individual who's often in front of the goal, and not in front of the goal, in front of Mary Earps, and that's Maya Letizia. What a fantastic player, what a beast. And I think a lot of United fans have praised Lisandro Martinez a lot this season because of the impact he's had on the men's team. But I think when it comes to the women's team, we haven't been doing enough prop, we haven't been giving enough credit to Maya Letizia. And I feel that she's done so well, and I feel that she's had an instant impact. She's the signing of the season for me in the WSL. Obviously, people might say it's Rachel Daly as well, but I feel it's going to be Maya Letizia because of the impact that she's had, because of the defensive stability that we have achieved. And it's not just about her defending; it's not just about her distribution. I think it's about the proactiveness of the player. And I think Millie and Maya complement each other really well. Millie and Mannion complement each other very well, and Maya and Mannion complement each other very well, and that's what this team is about. That's what this team is about, because the cohesion is so good that you never feel that the team is drifted apart, the team isn't united. And I feel Maya Letizia is an integral part of that. And she's only 21, I feel. She's 21 years old, and she'll only get better. And if at 21 she's able to have this kind of an impact, the her peak is, she's far away from her peak right now, from her peak career. And I feel Maya Letizia can go on to become one of the best players in women's football, in football in general. And just so happy that we were able to get her from Brighton. And I know we paid money for her, and I feel that you could have paid 1 million for her, and she will still be worth that money, because she's been so good. She's had that impact. And now coming to the full backs, I feel Hannah Blundell did really well today. Uh, I personally feel that with Hannah, she's a link up player, but today we got to see her as a 1v1 player, as a player who takes on, who completes those take ons. And I really like that, because people have been quite critical of the way Hannah Blundell progresses the ball, which is through Tooney, through link up with Tooney and Carlton. But today we could see that she was ready to take on the player. She was ready to dribble the ball herself. And it was actually Hannah Blundell who started the first goal, because she pressed Amy Turner a lot. And I think it was the first goal. She was pressing Amy Turner a lot, who was playing for Spurs. So it wasn't a happy reunion for happy homecoming for Amy Turner, but we still love her a lot, and we are still appreciative of everything she's done for us. But today she was a rival, not an enemy, but a rival. So Hannah Blundell was pressing so good today, and that led to Amy Turner dispossessing the ball, and Leah Galton being there at the right instant and smashing the ball into the back of the net. And I feel the composure that Leah Galton shows inside the box is so good. It's like it's top tier, and I feel that Leah Galton has been one of our best players alongside Ona Bhatia, and she's got 10 goals now in the league alongside Alessia Russo. So the competition is tough for the top scorer in the league for United. But honestly, it feels good, because if you look at the goal scoring tables, the top scorers, you don't see two players from the same team in double digits, but you see United players in double digits. And it's so good to see that Russo and Gordon have been doing so well this season. Obviously, with Russo, I feel she hasn't been that consistent, because after last season, after the heroics in the Euros, we felt that she'll score a goal in every game. But that's what fans' expectations are, and it's actually harder to perform that on the pitch, and land up to the expectations of the fans. But that's football, and she makes up for it from her work rate, from her hard work. And that's what we saw today. And I feel that even the second goal was quite good. It started from a short corner, which is quite uncommon to see, because obviously Katie Zellem likes to take the long corners, which often helps. I'm not trying to take a dig at Zellem, please don't think that. But today Zellem was suspended, so we saw Wilde Borisa and Tooney trying to do the short corner routine, and that really worked in our favor. That really helped us to secure our second goal. And I feel towards the second half, we could have scored more. We could have, maybe put in six goals against Spurs. But we already have a massive GD, and I'm really happy. But 14 minutes have passed, and you guys must be feeling that Atanu is talking a lot. So here's a little clip of one of our goal scorers. Here's one clip where people are chanting about her song. So take a look. What a chant, guys! I think I this is my favorite chant, and I was actually singing it after Leah Golden scored the goal, because it was such a good goal. The composure that she shows inside the box, it's fantastic. Eldon says we won the game. Yes, boss, we won the game. I'm so happy. I'm actually more. I don't want to say I'm much happier because of the other result, but it's a good feeling, honestly, to see us get that UWCL qualification. And now coming to, like, we've already talked about Marius, we've already talked about Maya here, we've done Hannah Blundell prop. I wanted to do Ona Bhatia prop. I know people have been saying that she didn't score a goal, she didn't get an assist today, but the attacking runs that she made, the amount of time she was defensively available alongside Maya Letizia at the back, that really tells you how good of a player she is. Even when she didn't have an impact via goals and assists, she had an impact via her work rate. And I honestly feel that I actually tweeted it out as well. In terms of work rate, I don't think I've seen a better player play for United in terms of work rate, or for that matter, in football only. Obviously, there are a lot of passionate players. We see a lot of hardworking players, but Ona Bate has a massive work rate from the first minute to the last minute. She'll keep on running on the wing. She'll keep on making those runs into the opposition's half. She will keep on tracking back to defend again. And I feel with the UWCL, with getting more clarity regarding UWCL, I honestly feel that it's time to announce that contract, because now United don't have an excuse that we didn't get UWCL. That's why our players left. Now we've gotten the UWCL. We've got an FA Cup final in next week. We've got two more games left in the league. We can manifest Chelsea dropping points, and we can achieve that dream, that dream of doing the double and getting the UWCL qualification as well. And I feel Una Bhatia is quite happy at Manchester, which has been, mentioned a lot in athletic articles via journalists, and I honestly feel that now is the time. Like Eldon says, yes, announce the extension ASAP. I honestly feel it should be announced within the next few minutes, guys. Una Bhatia extension, just announce it right now. If she's in the stadium, go to her, get her signature, and just announce the thing, because it's something that we've all talked about. Una Bhatia staying. She's one of the key players in our team. I think I don't want to say the only player that is a key player, but she's one of the most important players of our team. She's in the leadership group as well, and that is actually a reflection of how players respect her and how players actually regard whatever she's doing. Uh, just a minute, guys. I think my internet is a little laggy. Uh, am I audible properly? Could somebody please put in a chat if my video is working all right? Uh, I don't know if my video is working all right or not. I think it is. Yeah. So, Ona, I feel get the contract sorted. Get the contract sorted right now. And in terms of other contracts, the Russo contract, the Mannion contract, I hope we also sort them out. And I know I've stretched it to 20 minutes. I'll take few more minutes of your time while doing this reaction. I wanted to talk about Vilde Borisa. Fantastic. I feel the midfield was more existent. And again, this is not a dig at Zelim. This is just a dig at the system, because with Vilde Borisa in the system, it just clicks, and we saw how good she was today. I think the amount of good passes that she made, the amount of runs that she made. There's a particular video as well where she, dribbled the ball from our own half to the opposition half, and that was just fantastic. And that really tells you how much we've missed that control, how much we've missed that midfield existence. Because a lot of times we see that we hoof the ball over the midfield. A lot of times we have to start the build up from the wings only. And today it was a whole lot of different conversation. uh, like Vicky mentions, midfield was more fluid, and I feel this is something that we actually need in our next games, because those are crucial games. From our side, we need to be ready that we did our best. We won the games, and that's I feel that if we win our remaining games, the league games. I don't know about the FA Cup final because I'm a little nervous about that. But just talking about the league right now, if we manage to win our next two games, and whatever the result of the other games are for Chelsea, for Arsenal, for City, it doesn't matter because we did our best. So I feel if we have to do that, we have to have a good system. We have to have a more fluid midfield. And today was actually an audition of how, not actually an audition, because we've always known that Vilde Borisa is a fantastic player, and today she actually showed it in the league. And I don't know, like I've mentioned it a lot on Twitter as well today, that I don't understand how we haven't given Vilde Borisa the minutes that she deserves. How we haven't even, you know, considered her for the league this season, because I think she's only started one or two games in the league this season. You look at the performance that she's given today and you ask yourselves, how is Vilde Borisa not starting in the team? Yeah, exactly. We don't really know why isn't she starting. Even Mark appreciated her today, which was quite a refreshing thing to hear, quite a refreshing thing to see. I'll have to look for the tweet. I think Jamie Spencer or somebody mentioned it. Just to give me a minute. Yeah, Mark Skinner praised Vilde Borisa. Vilde did well today. There were some really key moments and good passes. I thought I thought her and Haley were really nasty in midfield, not kicking but straight away shutting Spurs down. That's actually correct, because today we won the midfield battle. It's all about if you're winning the midfield battle or not. And today the partnership of Haley Ladd and Vilde Borisa were able to do that. And Vicky mentions think Wilde has toughened up, and I feel that is true. In terms of physicality, in terms of adapting to the league, she's done a wonderful job, and I feel, I actually want her to start in the next three games, the three remaining games, the final and the two cup league games. But obviously, that's wishful thinking at this point of the season, because Mark hasn't started her a lot this season in the league. But today was a fantastic performance, and I think most of the credit comes down to the fact that Vilde Borisa is a baller, is a midfield maestro, and she performed a midfield masterclass today. And like I mentioned earlier as well, today it didn't feel like the midfield was non-existent. The midfield was right there, like Vicky mentioned. The midfield was more fluid, and that's what we really need from this team right now. We've got a fantastic defensive unit. We've got a great goalkeeper. We've got great midfielders, but together as a team, together as the midfield trio, the midfield quartet, the midfield duo, I often feel that it isn't working right. And today it worked out in our favor, and I'm really happy. Uh, Vicky also mentions Wilde gives everything every time she plays. She loves this club. Hope now we have UWCL. It means she will stay at least one more year. And I honestly feel that she'll stay. She'll stay because I don't know. I honestly feel that she's proving herself now. She's taking on this challenge. Like a lot of times, if for example I was in her place, I would have gotten so sad and I would have given up by now that I am not getting minutes. I'm performing so well, but she takes it as a challenge. She improves her performances. If she has set a benchmark for herself, she'll again and again, refresh that benchmark into a better benchmark. And that's the quality of a good player. That's the quality of a player who wants to achieve everything with the club that she's at. And I've talked about Vilde Borisa a lot by now, so I know a lot of people will say that it is me taking dig at other players. It's not taking me taking dig at other players. It's just the fact that Borisa hasn't started that many games this season, and that really bothers me. And it's not only about the start; it's about the minutes that she's gotten. Um I can actually pull out the stat right now about the minutes that she's gotten in the league this season, and it's going to blow our minds. But till the time the website loads, I just want to talk about the partnership that Lad and Vilde Borisa had. I think it was more fluid. We could see the pros of both the players. Obviously, people will say that there were negatives, but together the positives outweighed the negatives today, and that's just fantastic. Vilde Borisa has 173 minutes only. So I don't know if they've added today's game or not, but 173 minutes for a player of her caliber, it's, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But moving on, we have to talk about that front three: Alessia Russo, Leah Galton, and Nikita Paris. And I feel Nikita Paris has really improved herself. Obviously, there are chances of improvement. There are chances of improvement with Alessia Russo as well, with Vilde Borisa as well. But I've been quite critical of Nikita Paris, but lately she's been working hard. She's been tracking back a lot. She's been pressing more intensively, and that's what I really wanted to see from our right winger. And I'm really happy to be have proven wrong that Nikita Paris cannot perform the way we want her to. And she's taken up the challenge just like Vilde Borisa, and I'm really happy that she's been doing well. And Vicky mentions some nice interchanges with Vilde and Tooney to more creativity. Yeah, I actually wanted to talk about Tooney. Obviously, she would have been gutted for not getting more minutes today because the commentator also mentioned that she was a little grumpy when she was subbed out. But that really tells you how passionate she is. We also see Bruno Fernandes getting angry whenever he's getting rest. So it is only natural when a player of their caliber or a player of their capability don't get to play full games. And I think today subbing out Tooney was actually important because lately I've been feeling that she's a little fatigued because she's been starting so much for us and she's also been starting for England much. Considering that there are a lot of players injured for England and that Tooney is a fantastic player, so obviously she'll start for her national team. But you always need rest. It's just a way of life that if you keep on overexerting yourself, there will be a time where you'll enter a slump where you'll not be as productive, as creative as you were. And right now, I personally feel, obviously, it's wrong of me to speculate that, but I personally feel that Tooney needs some rest, and I honestly felt that today she could have gotten the rest, and Cascarino could have played in place of her. But it's fine because Tooney actually improved from her performances from last few weeks, and today she was much more present in the fluidity, in the creativity, and I really like that. And like Vicky mentions as well, some nice interchanges with Wilde and Tooney too, and especially on the short corners, I feel the short corners were quite good, but after a while it became a little monotonous. But they kept on mixing it up. If there were three back-to-back corners in one of them, they'll whip it in with a long corner, and I felt that really worked in our favor, and that's one of the reasons why the second goal happened, because that happened because of a short corner that was started by Vilde Borisa and Eratun. So I'm really happy with Tooney's performance this in this game, and hopefully we'll get to see her score that goal at Wembley, because I'll be really happy if she does that. Uh, Vicky mentions proud of the team for really digging into grind out the results. We seem to have finally grown up as a team, and I think much of it comes down to the fact that we are a more cohesive unit. We are much more playing as a team in place of individuals. Like you will never see individual brilliance in the last few weeks, because we have a system in place right now and we are implementing it well. The substitutions were amazing. Tooney has improved a lot. I just wanted to talk about one last thing. Jade Rivier's debut. We've waited so long for it, and I'm so happy that we finally got it, because I- she came in January. Obviously, she was injured, but still, we all were looking forward to see her play more. And today was the day that she's gotten on the pitch. Today is the day that Jade Riviere finally made her debut, and it's just so good to see that everything went in our favor today. There's a men's game as well in 1 hour, and hopefully that also goes in our favor. But it's been fantastic, guys. I've shed some tears after that City versus Liverpool game result, because that really strengthens our position going into the next season, because we'll have UWCL, we'll have that incentive. So players would want to join us, players would want to help us progress more into the latter stages of the UWCL. But other than that, I'm I'm quite relieved that at least we have gotten clarity about UWCL. And I'll also like to thank Liverpool. This result 2-1, amazing result for Liverpool as well. But even amazing result for United, because it's there. We've got it. We've, like, officially we haven't, but unofficially we have got it, because clearing a deficit of plus 17 goal difference is going to take a lot of time. And I don't know how it's going, how if they will be able to do that. I personally don't feel that, but good result, guys. Good win. So happy that we've finally gotten UWCL, even if it's unofficial. Uh, but hopefully we'll get to see much more fluid football going into the next last 3 games of the season. I can't imagine only 3 games are left, and then I'll have to wait so long to see this team play again. Uh, it's going to be a tough few months, but we have the World Cup as well. Uh, Thank you so much for joining us. I know Namrata wasn't here today. I am even not angry, but I am a little disappointed because the live viewership, it was quite less today, because we were trying to test a theory of ours. But yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm quite happy that the most of you joined in, and thank you so much, guys. Tune into many more shows coming ahead on the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. If you like this video, do subscribe if you already haven't, and like the video. Comment down below what you'd like to see from us, and if you'd like to talk to us about something, or if you'd like to make an appearance on the channel, do reach out to us on our Twitter. That is at the rate only one United Club. Uh, Follow us on our Twitter as well. We're quite close to 3K followers, so do follow us there as well. And that's it from my side. Obviously, if you want to see Namrata as well on on the show, I think next time we'll make that happen again. And in between, if there is a weekly show, we'll put out a notification as well on our Twitter. We'll put out a tweet, and we'll also put out the live stream that is there, so you can tune into that. That's it from my side, guys. Take care, stay safe, and celebrate this, embrace this, because worked so hard we've worked so hard as a fan base, worked so hard as a team, and this is just amazing. So this is going, I don't know if any day can top this off, because it's been so amazing. But yeah, many more positive things ahead. Take care, stay safe, bye guys. Subscribe to our channel if you already haven't.